Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22. Today we're going to be playing on the French map, and we're going to be trying something a little bit different. And you may be thinking I'm crazy to be having as many new series in as many days. This is our second new series this week alone, so I've got 3 series going, but each one's doing something a little bit different. The main series is kind of just general, just explore the game, do whatever I feel like doing. Probably doing a little bit more grains and cereals and stuff like that, trying stuff like that. The series that you guys might have seen yesterday, is in Switzerland, and it's going to be focused on making some Swiss chocolate. Although we got to start with the cows first, and that's what we've been doing, or trying to get to do. And then today we're going to be doing the French map, and well, we're going to see what we're going to be doing here in just a second. But hopefully you guys enjoy this new series. Please let me know if you do like this type of stuff. In the comments below, give me a like for the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. But I'm just really hoping to bring some more of the new cool stuff to you guys while Farming Simulator is still fresh and new. Because honestly, by the time I get around to, if I were weighted and do these series like in one after another, by the time I got to like the French map or the Swiss map, we'd have the next DLC, and then I'd want to show off whatever's in that. So we're going to try and do them all in parallel, although this series, just like the Swiss series, is going to be every other day, so I don't overload myself too much, or you guys. So let's get into it, and again, I hope you enjoy it. All right, here we are in the French countryside. I think the way you say this is Haut-Beyleron, something like that. Whatever. Well, the French map. We're just going to say that because I'm probably going to say it wrong every time. But here we are. I have already bought, we are playing on hard mode again. We are going to try seasons. Although, again, I don't know how it's going to feel. But I've already bought a piece of land and got a little bit of stuff set up. Just to kind of give us something to start with. I've also taken out the maximum loan possible. So after I set up these 3 buildings here, I got the house for $150,000. Unlike the Swiss map, this house is reasonable. The Swiss map was like $350,000. But this one was a reasonable price. And it actually already had a little outline here at the starting location for the house, I guess, when you start on normal mode. And then I went ahead and bought, to give you an idea of what we're doing, which you probably already saw from the thumbnail. We're going to be doing some French, I guess, grape juice it is. I don't know if they're actually classifying it as wine or are they classifying it as grape juice. Let's see here. What is it? Grapes. Grape juice. Okay, so it is grape juice officially. And we might do some raisins as well. So we'll see. But I don't like raisins personally, but they do seem to sell pretty good. And at some point, I'd like to get into some olive oil and things of that nature as well. But I got that building there. The one on the map, just to show you guys the map. Let's go up here. I mean, this is the map. It's, it's a decent map. It's got a cool river right through the middle of it. It looks really nice. I thought about starting way up here by the on map processing place, but I didn't really. I mean, these are not bad. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't really feeling it over here with some of these farms or these fields. I decided just to go ahead and start over here, and maybe we can grow out some of these smaller fields around us and see what happens. And I mean, it's the same price basically to buy the one on the map or build my own. And since there was enough space here for one, I was like, why not? Let's go and get one here, and good on us. But there we go. So we got our grape processing, and again, we've got our shed here, just a little $10,000 shed, just to store a little bit of equipment. But yeah, we do still have to place our grapes, I guess. And I'm gonna get the mouse here for this. Hopefully we can figure this out. I have never done this, obviously. This is all new to me, but we're gonna see if I can figure out how to place some grapes. I've heard that they're not super cheap. So, but I think we've got enough money left over to hopefully, I mean, do I just lay out grapes on this entire field? Is that too many grapes? I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but we're going to try. That's an olive grove. Here's the grapevine. Kind of want to do like a row here just to see what it looks like, because I think I can get rid of them. Oh, it can't be planted in August. No, that's fine. Like, I don't want to do too long, but like, how far apart do we got to get these? Well, let's do this. I'm going to do like one little row if it'll let me plant them. Okay, it just won't let me plant them at all because they can't be planted What about olives? Because it should be similar, right? Okay, can't be planted in August. Okay, so what is the date for these? Grapes are in March. Okay, if I were to set you to March here, let's see if I go down to, where's the settings? I don't think this sets it to March, so does it? No, it's just the visual for the March. I mean, part of me is tempted to turn off seasonal growth just to plant them. The other option is I can just fast forward to March. I mean, we're going to lose a little bit of money between now and then, but I can't imagine we'll lose too much. I don't have any equipment. It's just got a bunch of buildings. All right. I think I'm going to try and fast forward to March and just see what happens. We're going to lose our fields over here, but I think that's okay because we're going to be putting some grape stuff on there anyway. We'll be right back. All right. Just like that, we are in March. It's nice to have ability to fast forward. I am running a mod right now that allows me to sleep anywhere. I had that installed for the Swiss map because I wasn't actually buying a real house, but I left it installed because I probably use it on all the maps because why run all the way to the house when I can just do it anywhere? Makes sense to me. That's the only non-Giants mod I have. But anyway, we're in March. As you can see, I don't have very much money because I actually did repay as much of the loan as I could with just a small chunk to be able to pay off any incidentals. That way we weren't paying a lot of loan interest. I still have like $350,000 I can get back out again. So we're doing good financially. I just haven't taken the loan back out again. But let's go ahead and see what it looks like to construct this stuff now. I mean, we do have some dead crops out here, I assume. So that's no big deal. We were going to go over those with the grapes at some point anyway. Let's see what I'm looking for. Production, orchards, and grapes. So if I come over here and, oh yeah, distance too short, that's fine. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's an experiment. I just want to see. Actually, let me do it this way because I want to see how wide we can make it. Okay, so we have that. And I could do another one, right? Oh, is it smart? It is smart. Oh, that's good. I was worried that it wouldn't be smart enough to... Okay, so what does that look like? Is that pretty nice even rows? These are so close together. It's so crazy. I don't know anything about grape harvesting or anything like that. This is so cool, though. It does look cool. All right, cool. Then can I get rid of these now? Because they're producibles or whatever. They're things we dropped down there. If I go to construction, demolish. Why can I not? There we go. I have to actually highlight the tiny stick. Okay. All right. Well, then let's see here. Do I need a prep this at all? You know what? I just realized when I was loading into the game, there was an announcement that they've got some of the farming academy that they've got that Giants has set up. And I think one of the first episodes is grapes and orchards and stuff like that. So I'm going to put one more quick pause in there because I'm going to go watch that real quick. That way I'm not stumbling through this entire episode. So I will be right back. And I recommend if you don't know anything about it, go watch those videos as well. Actually, I figured why not? Let's just go through this together. I mean, there's no reason not to look at this and see what is going on here. So crops, grapes, welcome to the academy. So we don't have the video yet, but we do have a write-up here. We need an open space to build grapevines. Not necessarily a flat field, but a nice meadow on the hill maybe. But I think the flat field will be fine. That's what we're going to use. We obviously need a tractor. Good. A special subsoiler, which we can see. Well, I don't see it here. Mulcher to cut back the grass growing between the vines. That's interesting. You need a special fertilizer spreader, which would be this thing. Special grape harvester, which would be that thing, which is that really cool looking one. A leaf cutter, which is this, and then of course a trailer to transport. So here's all the different things. A little skinny tractor, we've seen those, and some of the other ones I've looked at those. The little tiny mulcher, okay. I've actually used this mulcher, so it's good to know that that's for this. I've been using it for the wrong thing. There's a little tiny cultivator. Fertilizer, that's interesting. The guy that sprays off the sides to get the grapes. I love that this thing just rides over the top of them. So ingenious, so smart. And then of course the leaf cutting here. Oh, there's a pack section. That's right. There is a pack section for this. That's good. We'll look at that here in a minute. So we place the grapevines by clicking on free space on your land to put down a pole. Then you just drag the vine across the field and put down another pole. Now we have one row, but more to go. Since grapevines should be as close together as possible, zoom in and move the cursor away from the first row until you see the silhouette turn up again. That's the ideal distance between the 2 rows of vines. Perfect. Thank you, Giants, for making that easy. Put down the next pole, drag across, blah, blah, blah. Repeat this procedure until you get enough vines. Mulching the ground. Since we want to keep the space between the vines clear, we'll attach the mulch to the tractor. Makes sense. Cultivating. Since the vines are close together, we use a slim subsoiler for this task. We're cultivating between the vines to loosen the soil so that the vines can be supplied with more water and nutrients. I wondered what that was for. Maneuver your tractor with a subsoiler attached between the vines. Carefully lower it into the ground and start cultivating one row after another. Okay. So mulch to get rid of grass that grows. Cultivate to loosen the soil for water, I guess. Apply fertilizer. As soon as the vines reach the first stage of growth, fertilizer will improve the yield. Okay. And of course, harvesting stuff. We'll get to that later. But okay. Well, let's start placing out some grapes then. Hopefully you guys followed all of that. You probably know more about it than I do. I have a feeling these are not going to be cheap. We're going to do the best we can. So, I mean, do I put this on the edge here? Should I pull it in a bit? I'm going to try pulling it into like the first row here and see if that helps us. So, and I know it can be placed anywhere, but I'm going to try and place it on the field. I kind of just want to use this field here. And I want to, okay, this is hopefully going to be easy. I can just go right up this row, right? And just plop it down. This is not cheap. Oh my goodness, this is not cheap. We're going to do like 2 rows. Oh my goodness, this is not cheap. $12,000 just to plant these. It doesn't quite go to the end. I kind of want to do the extra little bit here just to cover the end, right? I mean, okay, well, on that note, I'm going to do this. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to, I want to go a little bit past the end and then come back down. This feels bigger than I thought it was. We'll go a little bit past the end. Still following that line. This is going to be so expensive. I'm going to be like, I mean, that's something for us to grow into. Maybe I can use some of the rest of this field for something else while we're trying to get enough money to do more grapes. That looks like that fit quite nicely, actually. I kind of like the way that looks. All right. One down. However many more to go. I mean, I don't know how, we've got a decent amount of money, but we can't go too crazy here, right? Like, I want to make sure this is lined up, though. What's the best way to line this up? All right, I'm going to do something crazy, right? Sorry. I want to go in construction. I'm going to go landscaping. I want to paint. I don't know, just something easy to see. I mean, I guess just some dirt would be fine. If I paint a really small patch of dirt on the end there, will that help me line it up better? For the front. I like to use the smallest brush size. This is the smallest brush size. I kind of just want to see if I can paint a little bit, just so I know where to start, you know? I'm going to put it right here just so I can see if that's a good enough. It's not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's going to be okay. Oh, wrong button. Keep hitting the wrong button. I just want it to be perfect. But why does it matter, right? At the end of the day. I do this back and forth like this. I mean, I feel like that's pretty close, right? If I just run this all the way up this line. I mean, how much do we do? Do we like... I mean, we may do like 100 grand of this stuff. And then I just do it to the end. Make sure it's lined up as close as possible. I mean, I think we're pretty close to in row here. So I think this is going to work. And then we can do another one. However close we can do it. I guess it's skipping a couple rows, but that's all right. Trying to get it perfect and being too perfect. Run up that line. Oh, I think that overlap. That's a little bit longer, isn't it? Or that one just looks shorter. It's hard to tell. Don't think it matters too much. Okay, we can't do any more unless we get a loan. So let's go get a loan. Borrow our full loan back just so we can kind of know what we're dealing with. I don't even know how much grapes this is going to give us, honestly. I mean, I have no concept of what this is going to look like. All right. Oh, wrong button. Minimize my screen. Okay, construction, production, orchards. Okay, let's do this again. It's kind of like between the two lines, but I think it's going to be okay. We'll follow it all the way up. Okay. Getting there. I mean, maybe this is plenty. Maybe we're already to a point where we've got enough. I genuinely don't know. If you guys have an idea of how many is a good number, then please let me know. Although I probably will have already finished this before I see the number, but right about there, I think. I mean, I feel like a few more, right? I feel like we could do like 10 of these. It's 120, what, $126,000 based on that last one. I feel like $126,000 for some crops already on here, presumably. I feel like that's a good number to start with. So we'll see what 10 rows looks like and go from there. Oh, that's messed up. That's going to bother me. How did I do that? Oh, that's going to bother me. That's literally going to bug me. I'm not going to lie. That's going to bug me. That line right there. Oh, can I fix it? Can I? So dumb. How much do these sell for? Does it even sell for anything? Okay, whatever. It's going to bug me. It really is. And I'm sorry if it bothers you that I sold these for nothing. But that is genuinely going to bother me. All right, can I start from this? I can't. Can I not continue that line? I feel like I should be able to continue this line, don't you think? I'm going to have to get rid of the whole line. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, what is going on here? I'll bump you up as close to this as possible. Is that going to fix this? Okay. Oh, we got a little gap in the middle. That's genuinely going to bother me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. All right, we're just going to live with it. It's whatever. I don't know if I can fix that stuff in the middle now. It'll be the mistake that we all know about, and it'll just have a soft spot in our hearts. Or a hard spot of bitterness and annoyance. Whichever way you want to look at it. Remember that one time when you tried to lay out straight lines and you couldn't? That's going to be the running joke. There you go. How close can I get you? Oh my goodness, I can get you real close. But I haven't been doing that close lately, so. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Okay, so 2 more. And I think we'll stop there for now. Unless I read in the comments that you guys have an idea of doing more. Or like you think more is better or less is better or whatever. And then I might come back and adjust. Okay. Last one. Right up this line here. Hopefully that's good. Oh, see, we're getting more gaps. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to have to learn to live with it. Whatever. I give up, as you can tell. I mean, I don't mind if it was just filled with grass and it would just overgrow and I wouldn't have to see it. But whatever. Honestly, these look really cool. I like the way these look. And that little hill there. Oh, I can't go through here. That hill is pretty awesome. That just kind of gives that little extra effect, I feel like. And then we have some dirt here that bothers me. Can I? This is actually probably even worse. This is probably going to screw it up even more, right? But at least I'll know. And it will make me happy. Can I landscape a little bit of grass here to make it look like it's... Is this the smallest? What I'm looking for. Yeah, that is the smallest. Can I landscape a little bit of grass here? I don't know if it'll grow up properly. I actually don't know if it will grow up at all. This may be dumb because it may... Let me see. We're going to use that as a test. I'm going to see if this grows up and it does anything or if it messes things up. Then we'll know, and then we can fix it later if we need to. But cool. We got a little bit of little grape stuff going on. We haven't even used up half this field. We've got a lot of field left to do. If we did another 10, obviously, which would be... I think we've used up about a third of this field. So it's going to be about $360,000 to fill up this field with grapes. That is a lot of grapes. Oh. All right. Well, what's the first thing we got to do then? If we come back over here to... Let me pull my controller now. Since I'm done, using my mouse to make sure I got this right and didn't get it right. Let's see here. What does it look like? I'm looking for here. So we got growing. But we're not fertilized. Oh, we were not even plowed. Was I supposed to plow this first? Huh. I've not thought about that. I mean, it makes sense because there was stuff on there, but I thought since this was a placeable, genuinely thought that as a placeable, it would overwrite that need. I mean, I think we'll get a cultivator and see what it does. We're gonna chew up that grass and see what that does. Whatever that cultivator thing is. So we're gonna go to the packages, go to grapes, and honestly, I'm just gonna use what they have here. I have no reason to go try and explore and find something new. This looks just as good as anything. So we're gonna grab the... This can be used instead of a plow. So I'm hoping this will allow us to plow over. We're going to buy the tractor because it's cheap and nice and easy. We got a 3-point. Sure. I mean, I don't know if there's any reason not to have that. I don't think we need much horsepower, right? This thing can go pretty big horsepower, though. What horsepower do we need for these things? This is the little thing that trims the leaves. This is the sprayer. No horsepower requirement that I can see. Little tiny trailer. I like it. This is the only 70 horsepower and only 65. So honestly, we do not need much. This thing as built appears to be exactly what we need. I can change the color. Okay, that's kind of slick. Yeah, why not? We'll go with the metallic. Cool. I kind of like it. Why not? We're going to go with this. We are going to buy this one. And I would buy more, but I would like to eventually plant more grapes. So I'd like to see where we get with the equipment, and then whatever's left over, we might plant some more grapes from that, potentially. So first things first, we need to grab one of these. So we're going to go ahead and lease this for now, which I know costs us money, but I think that's the right move. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Oh, I need to turn on the auto engine start because it's going to bug me every time I get into this. All right, done. And just to be safe, let's save our game. I love this little tractor. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. This is going to be fun. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Something different. Obviously, none of us have ever done grapes before, at least unless they were modded in at some point, which I'm not familiar with. Oh, I love this. Please let me know if the tractor noise sounds okay. I know some people had asked for louder. I think I turned it up when I started the Swiss series. Hopefully it's still okay. I mean, for this one as well. Although I do back away from the tractor a little bit just because I need a little bit, personally, I like the view a little bit further back. And that might be why some of the tractor noise doesn't sound as loud. I think this one's going to be, this series is going to be fun. Something completely new and different. I like this little setup over here, honestly. Got some good fields. We can do other stuff at some point. For now, we're going to be fine. I know the outer edge is technically, we need to do that as well, but I'm going to run up the middle part because I just want to see what it looks like. And if I just run up the middle as is, can I hire a worker for this? Are they smart enough to go up and down these paths? See what he does at the end, because I'm actually kind of curious. Not that I couldn't have done this. Obviously, I could have done this pretty easily. Oh, are those weeds or are those... Okay, then the other question then. Is this counting as plowing? Yes. But not the spot that they're sitting on. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Oh no, we're going to find out. It may be good that I only did 10. We may have to pull these up and replant them. Okay, so he only does one line at a time. Fair enough. I mean, it's easy enough for me to do the lines, but I was just kind of curious. You know what? I'm just going to leapfrog over here because that's where I turned around at. Lower cultivator. And I'm really curious if we're going to have to rip these up at some point to be able to redrop them after actually doing a real plowing where they're actually planted at. I mean, we're going right down the middle here. Oh, I love the balloons. Those are so cool. We're going down right in the middle here, effectively. But, I mean, should we have done 2 passes to kind of get close to the vines themselves? Or... It didn't really say. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of... Oh, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of us doing a lot of the work on this map, which is fine. We're not going to do that many fields, to be fair. This is not... The goal of this playthrough is not how big can we get it type of thing. The goal of this playthrough is just what can we do? And how much fun can we have? And where's the breaking point for making some profit? That kind of thing. Curious what this does to the dirt spot versus that grass spot. It might actually fix the dirt spot and we'd be fine. But no. Good news is that if we want to plant more... Actually, what we'll probably do, we won't pull these up. Because if we pull these up, we're just going to have to replant them anyway, right? What we'll do is if we're ready to plant more and we determine that we do need to plow first, we'll just plow this section over here and make sure we plant them down the right way to begin with. I'm trying to go forward before putting it down all the way. We're going to learn the hard way, I think. I think we're going to learn... Yeah, we're going to make some mistakes. Don't get me wrong. We are definitely going to make some mistakes. But I think it's going to be fun learning. I actually like the smallness of this. There's something really cool about really huge fields and getting lots of product back. There's also something really cool about this just small, efficient, and, you know, whatever. Doesn't take us that long to do what we got to do here. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious if I could run into these. I'm not going to run into the middle of them. I might run into the end up here in a second. Oh, I didn't see what it did to the dirt earlier. I was kind of distracted by it. I was watching. This is kind of fascinating to me. There's something kind of peaceful and serene about just going up and down these rows here. Go away, birds. Ain't nothing to eat here anyway. I guess they're eating all the dead. What was that, barley or something like that over there? Might have been potatoes. I can't remember. Struggling a little bit. All right, here's the grass section. Let's see what this looks like. I don't think it's going to do anything. I think it's going to stay grass. Yeah. Probably should not have planted that. I probably should have left it alone. Because it looks like to me like the dirt section is, for all intents and purposes, gone. I mean, it might still be there, but I can't see it as, you know, it's not as, what am I trying to say? It doesn't look as bad. It's probably, it just looks like a little patch of not little shrubs of grass. The rest of it looks like dirt, just like it would. So yeah, I should not have planted that there. Oh, no big deal. Now I know. And now you guys know as well. I will at some point when we get ready to do some more, really plow that stuff over there, and then replant and see what the difference looks like, and then we'll be able to do a side by side at that point. I'm trying to do this outer edge. Don't know how much difference it makes. I was going to try to see what happens if you ran into this. Looks like, yeah, it looks like it's just a immovable object, which is good. I mean, I don't want to accidentally run into it and knock down half my grapes. I could see this being a use case for like some sort of automated watering. I'm not sure if that's a thing for grapes. Feels like it would be a useful thing to just have some sort of automated watering thing set up over here. I genuinely don't know anything about grapes other than that they taste good. Or at least I enjoy them. Oh, can you wait? I can't wait till this whole thing's like just grapes. It's going to look so cool. And then we'll do, like I said, probably do olives at some point too, just to see the difference. Last row, I think. Yeah. I actually don't know what the, I mean, how long is too long of a row? I mean, is there a point where the row is too long to fill up the trailer with so that you're having to stop halfway through? I don't know. I mean, I assume there's at some point where that would be the case. I don't think this would be that point. I feel like this would be still pretty short. I mean, this is not a huge row. It's just, you know, relatively big compared to the small size of what we're dealing with. All right. Well, that's step one done as far as I know. I'm probably going to need to do some fertilizing, right? Maybe. I'm assuming it's going to be like other crops where you fertilize when you plant and then you fertilize when they start growing. I think that's what I might have read. I can't remember. I'm going to park this thing over here. This shed is going to be so big for all the tiny little tools we're going to have. I love it. I think it was the small shed, though, so it's not like I could have grabbed anything smaller. All right, well, that's potentially step one. Do we see... Yeah, we see a bunch of... That actually looks double fertilized already. But that's not fertilizing the... Oh, it is all double fertilized here. That little section of me being dumb. Okay. Other than the fact that it says it needs plowing, we might be okay now. Well, then let's just park this little bad boy over here. What else would we need? The mulcher once the grass... Oh, I bet that's... I wonder if that's the grass it's talking about. Those little shrubs. Let's get the mulcher and see if that makes a difference to that. So we're going to go over here to grapes. We're going to go over here to the mulcher. And we are going to leash you. I don't know if any of these need weights or anything. I guess I could... Oh, I could do the little methane power one. Kind of cool. We might try that at some point. I like that little Fent too. I like all these. These are cool. All right, let's get this over here. Let's grab the mulcher, see how that looks, and then we'll call the episode there, I think. I wonder what was over here on the original, like the normal mode of this map. I'm pretty sure that's exactly where the house was because of the shape and everything, the way it looked. I have no idea what else was originally in the spot. I'll have to load it up sometime. That hill right there looks like it would be good for grapes. I mean, since you can't really automate very easily unless I just did something wrong, it does seem to me like, I mean, how big would you really want to go by yourself? I feel like it would get to a point where it would be just a bit unmanageable, unless you just really just enjoyed kind of the peacefulness of doing it. I don't know. There's something about the smallness of this that's just really enjoyable to me. It's not that I don't like the big stuff, and I want to get the main series like huge production lines and all that kind of stuff. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. There's something kind of fun about this too. It's just like animals. Animals, I wouldn't say are necessarily grand scale. I mean, you need a decent amount of food to sustain them, but at some point you get to the point where you just, you have a good number of animals, you're good. There's nothing else you need to do. So many good things to do with this game that are just dependent on however you like to play. All right, we're going to run this over on this side over here. See what difference it makes first. Lower mulcher, turn on mulcher. Is that going to chop up all that stuff? No. A little surprised that that's not chopping that stuff up. Just to make sure I'm doing it right, I'm going to run down a little bit of the next row first, and then, I'm assuming I'm getting enough of the row that I would be able to see it right here, right? I don't think that's doing anything. I'm just mulching up the edge over here to my left. All right, well, now we know, I guess. Let me look at the map, see if it shows anything different. Nah, just growing. Okay. Well, I mean, at least we have the mulcher for now. We'll need it eventually, I'm assuming, based on what it was saying, so. I think that's it. I think we're going to call the episode there. We're only 18 minutes into March, because I'm going at slow speed, but that's not that big of a deal, because obviously I'll be fast forwarding through the evenings because there's nothing else to do right now. But there we go. We got a decent chunk of money. I mean, I might still consider putting down a few more rows. I mean, I could put down 10 more rows and still have $100,000 left over. Put down 5 more rows and still have, a decent chunk as well. Something to think about. Just to see what the difference looks like once I plow it for real. In fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get the plow. We're going to do probably 5 more rows. Fully plowed under, and see if there's any difference in the way it looks, just so we know. and we'll do that next episode. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Again, please like this video if you want to see more of these. It really helps me to know that this is the right thing for me to continue doing. And I do appreciate you guys' time and just all the support I've had so far with all the series and things. But yeah, I do appreciate it. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.